Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Frühling, episode 50. On the previous episode, we went ahead and I decided to just bale all these grass fields that we own. We got a few bales here. I've been grabbing like 2 at a time here. I don't know if I should load the front first. It might be too heavy for it if I do this, but typically I load the back. We got these nice bale spikes, one on the front, one on the back. Makes it real nice and easy. You don't have to worry about a wagon or messing around with loading them up on a wagon, unloading them. It is March, but we're going to be advancing to April. And I would like to get over to field 8. That's our big one that we own, and get that mulched. And then I want to get it slurried. And possibly, if we have time, maybe seeded. I want to buy a new seeder, as well as a slurry transportation tank. I've been looking at that smaller one. And I think it'll do us well. It'll allow me to actually slurry about, if we count the load that'll be in the slurry tank, it'll be about 3 times. And then we can go get it refilled. I don't think we need the huge one. Ooh, that bale tipped over on me. As you can see here, we got quite the stock up. I actually put 2 in the sheep trigger over there, so that'll be nice. We won't have to worry about topping them up so often. There we go. The traffic is terrible here. But this should do us well for a while. It's not to say that I won't come over here with the forage wagon and top them up, but we can also, you know, throw a couple bales in the trigger. We don't have to worry about doing it so often. It'll be very helpful. I guess we're done with that Vermeer baler. We can go ahead and return that under our rental. Oh, we got the Kubota skid steer for sale. I don't think I have a use for that. Baler. There we go. Return. Did us well. Very good piece of equipment. And it looks like we just got the one last bale. So what we'll do is just back straight up into this. Alright. Our wool will be ready to sell in, I guess I should put this on the other side, a little more room over there. May. So originally I had wrote down April, but our time saving check says May. So that means we can go ahead and advance next month, and we'll just worry about our fields. Alright. So now I'm curious to see if this, how good this bale spike would work if I connect it to my gooseneck trailer here. Doesn't seem like it'd work very good, but let's see. It connects there. I guess it works. So we'll leave this one here. Should actually just leave the green spike. So I really got no other use for this spike, because if I use the gooseneck somewhere else, then we'll have the spike over here if we ever need to use it to pick up, well, we will need to use it at some point to pick up these bales when it's ready to go. Alright, I'm just going to leave this here for now. And then we're going to grab the Valtra. And we're going to get some mulching going down. I should actually run up and grab that front weight for this too. The mulcher's just a little bit too much weight for it. Sneak the weight on here. And I think the mulcher's down by our donut factory, but we'll peek into the shed over here as we go by. Hello chickens, we got a bunch of eggs that already go down to our donut factory as well, but there is no rush because we do need some flour, which I want to, we're clear there. And we want to get that processing. I do have some barley growing, but that might have to be used for our chickens as well. Got a nice big field here. I'm going to put oats in this field, and that will be used for flour. Alright, it's right where I left it. This place is really looking up. And we will, I think after this next crop that I put in here, we're going to put the ice cream shop right here on this corner. But we're going to do one more crop before we do that. And I think after this year, I think I'm going to turn seasons on. Because we are advancing quite quickly now, and we won't have to worry about planting or plowing or any of that in the winter. Kind of doesn't make sense. But we did kind of have to have the seasons off early in this playthrough to get the series advancing, because it was at a slow pace. Right, so we are in need of gas for the Vulture here, so I'm going to swing on over to the gas station real quick. I think I'm going to bring the... We're going to advance to the next stage just in case that there's a sale. It's highly probable that'll probably happen, but if it is in there, we might as well try to take advantage of the sales and see what comes up too. I'm gonna leave this mulcher here by field 12. We do gotta get this one mulched too, but we'll do this a little bit later. So we're gonna go ahead and rest, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Good morning. It's April, everybody. Looking real good. And it's actually getting a little bit warmer, so let's go ahead and change our clothes here. I think a little sweatshirt would be good, and let's get some lighter pants on. We don't need that stocking hat anymore. And I could probably take our gloves off too. Should we change our shoes up a little bit? Alright, so what we want to do today is we're going to get field 8 slurried. So what I want to do is pick up some slurry with this tractor, and then we're going to go and buy the portable slurry tank. I think I'm going to use the smaller John Deere in there and get some use out of that. I think we can easily pull one of those slurry tank wagons with that. Who knows, it may struggle. Get this filled up, we'll take it down to the field and then we'll make a purchase. Eggs are coming along nicely too. Okay, we'll just set this right here for now. Slurry tanks. I was actually going to be between these two, but I think this one might just be a little bit long and overkill for this farm. So I'm thinking this one. And that'll hold 15,000. So let's go with this. Let's see what we got for tires. Which one do I like? Ooh, I kind of like that one. I'm going to go with Continental, I think. And I'm going to go with Standard 2, I think. Just looks more low-key, like we would have on a smaller farm. 37,500. We'll purchase that. And then I'm going to grab the John Deere. And we'll get some use out of the 710 here. And we'll go pick it up. If you're just new to this series or wondering, well, you got all that money, why aren't you spending it? I'm being very conservative with it right now because I want to... We did buy that field there to our left and harvested that grass, but I think I want to buy that big long field in the back there. We're not going to do grapes right away. I was thinking about maybe even possibly olives, but that's an investment. I think we'd rent their equipment for a while. Or maybe it would be good depending on how this goes. But I want to get everything bought. I do want to buy a seeder yet, a bigger seeder. And that's going to take some more horsepower, and I wanted to get also another bigger tractor. So like right there would use our whole budget. But I'm just waiting until we're ready to seed and all that. This tank's actually pretty big. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I think we went with the right size. If I would have went any bigger, it would have been ridiculous. Yeah, this might actually struggle once we get it full with some slurry. Alright, so I believe we just park under here, fill it up, and it should work like we expect. Oh yes. See it going down as we get more weight on there. Yeah, it's struggling just a little bit. I don't know if this is the ideal tractor to be pulling this. Alright, so we'll just set this right next to the field here. It's a good spot for it. And then we'll get to work here and we can just fill up right by the field. Should be quite handy. I think we got quite a bit of good working width on this. I shouldn't have to move over too much here. A little bit more. Can easily see where we've been. And actually this goes down quite slow too, so it's might only have to fill up once maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, each hand to the bat, me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
This works pretty good. I like this. And actually, I think this will empty the tank. Or be close to it. So we needed to use about the right amount here. Figured I was, yeah, well, we emptied it right there. So yeah, that was good. And this isn't the biggest field, but there will still be a little left here after we finish this one spot. Pretty slick. I love it. Sometimes we gotta spend some money and just use the game mechanics how they're meant to be. Alright, I want to check the field state here. And we'll see what we have. See, nitrogen, yeah, like I said, we'll plant our crop and we'll do one more spread of manure, the hard manure. And then, says the pH is good right now, but we do got to get this cultivated yet, or in our case, a disc harrow. I'm gonna run this back up to our storage area. We will need it for field 12 here, but that won't be until much later. I'm gonna stagger these fields a little bit. I think what I'm going to do here is fill it up and I'll be ready to go for us for next time. Wasn't that much more. And where am I going to put that other slurry tank? I obviously can't back four wheels up very well, so I'm not going to bother putting it in such a crazy spot. Let's see. I do need to grab the disc here. Was that over here? And then we'll bring up the slurry tank. Yes, there it is. Another great investment. So if you guys don't know, I was looking at the cultivators, and if you use disc harrows, I decided to go with the disc harrow because it doesn't bring up rocks. We are using rocks in this playthrough. I think it's a little more realistic to have some rocks on. I kind of wanted to keep all the gameplay, like, legit, if you will. But we can only worry about bringing up rocks when we do our periodic plowing, or if we do a root crop. So we'll get this harrowed up. I'll get this put away. I want to figure out a good spot for this. Completely empty. Nice to get some use out of this small John Deere. But yeah, this is a... I think there was a... Maybe there wasn't. I thought there was maybe dual tires that I could put on this, but they probably wouldn't help us much. I think the perfect spot to put this is in our outside parking lot we made. It's a perfect spot, because I always said that it was going to be used for four-wheel wagons. Well, here we are. Got one right here. We'll get it ready so we can just grab it and fill it up too. So we'll just put it right here. Perfect spot for it. I do want to buy, another thing I wanted to buy too is a good couple small tippers so we can fill our silo without hitting the ceiling. Alright, we'll just set that there, and we'll get this disc harrowed up, and then we'll be ready for seeding with our new seeder that we're going to get. Let's probably save that for the next episode. Alright, we'll drop her down here and let me check something before we get going here. pH is still good. I don't know if that'll change after we seed it. I was expecting that to go down a little bit. That's fine with me. I think we figured we could spread lime every other harvest. Alright, very good. Got her done. I think the yield should be very good on this. Yes. And we'll do, like I said, another manure spread on that. How's this field looking? Expected yield 116, but it had yield potential of 125. And I guess it could have maybe had more nitrogen, but we did do 2 applications on this. We did 1 slurry, 1 manure, and I think the only way we could have got more is if we would have used the solid fertilizer. But I ain't gonna complain, it's decent. We did do the mulch too. See, that's perfect and perfect there though. So I'm trying to figure out where the extra yield potential would have came from. Well, there's a little bit here that's maybe the soil. No. Well, that's interesting. Maybe I didn't get to the weeds quick enough. Alright, so I'm going to leave it there for today's episode. And on the next episode, we're going to go ahead and buy the seeder, the new seeder. I'm probably going to need the 7R for that because it's going to take some horsepower, the one I was looking at. And we'll get this planted with oats and probably start working on 12. Alright, so thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.